What's up, guys? It's HYPHEN, and this is Sounds Good TV. And today we're here to talk about the next Sounds Good going down at Neijah, downtown LA. And today I'm here with Neijah Lanae. Very, very, very special guest. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
So, most people may not know, but for those who do, this is my lovely wife. And we're here to talk about her amazing music and her upcoming Sounds Good performance. So yeah, where should we start?
No, you're driving the car.
I'm driving the car.
Yeah.
Well, let's start at the beginning.
Okay.
We went to LMU together. And at that time, I was like a journalism student, but also doing music and throwing events around campus. You were singing the national anthem
At the basketball games.
at the basketball games. But I think our paths crossed when I started. Well, I mean, our paths crossed way before then, but musically, I think our paths crossed when I started the Formula Club.
Yes.
And you pulled up and, just kind of caught the vibe of what was going on and played to some of your work. And we all just kind of started collaborating from there. And the love and the marriage came a lot later.
Yeah, later.
But with your music, let's start at the top. So your first project was Trouble in Paradise, and your latest project is Elements. From that first work that you put out to now, what has kind of changed about your creative process and just musical style?
I'm definitely a lot more confident in my own ideas and emotions that lead me to create, to write lyrics, to create melodies and all of that. And I feel like I have a stronger hold on who I like to collaborate with and how.
Right.
I love to collaborate with you.
Yes.
You know this.
It's very apparent.
Yes. But I think the biggest thing would be confidence. Like, I was very passionate, but not as confident when I did Trouble in Paradise.
Right.
But I was more experimental back then too, which was really cool because I was just now getting started and just all of my different influences were so raw and top of mind at the time.
Yeah.
So I love that era, going back and listening to that always still inspires me today.
Yeah. It was just free from.
Just free.
Yeah.
Just not worrying about how it's going to be received.
Yeah.
I don't even think I knew the word algorithm at that time.
I don't think any of us knew the algorithm.
So yeah, just the freedom and just carefreeness of it. But I want to kind of meet in the middle with that carefreeness of that time and my confidence of now.
Yeah.
And see what comes out of that. But yeah.
All right. So how did you get started doing music?
I mean, my mom sang. My mom and her best friends, who were my aunties, Nairobi and Kenya, they would sing together, record music together. My aunt Nairobi went by the artist name Lady Levi. She was signed. They would go on tours when I was a little kid. So I just always looked up to them and thought they were so cool and creative, and I just wanted to be exactly like that. And they definitely nurtured that, and they were the first people to put me in a studio and to help me write songs and push me toward that. And then when I got to high school, my mom made me audition for Oakland School for the Arts.
Right.
I wanted to go with my friends to public school, but my cousin Neiman had already gotten to Oakland School for the Arts, which is OSA. And my mom was like, "You're going here, you're gonna audition for music." I was scared as shit. I could have probably pooped my pants at the audition.
Right.
But I ended up getting in, and it was the best thing ever. I learned so much about music. I learned music theory and it was just exactly what I needed.
It was
and it helped me
it
kind of
heaven.
it helped me kind of go from there after. But I learned so much and met so many amazing creatives and educators in the creative space. So yeah.
Tell me about the first time in the studio with your mom.
The first time in the studio, I did an Aaliyah cover, I Care For You. I was like down bad because Aaliyah had just passed away and I was like really depressed.
R.I.P.
So I did that cover as a tribute to her. And just vocally, I wasn't like that. That's where I felt like I was vocally. I felt, and they were giving me ideas, sing it this way. They were like vocally producing me and like giving me harmony ideas and also encouraging me to like explore on my own. And it was just really fun.
Yeah.
And I recorded some skits on like one of their mixtapes, which was really fun too. I got to show my humor and my personality.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Mom, they got the new glasses. You don't gotta do all that.
Deep cut. So Oakland, East Oakland. East Oakland.
Oh my God.
Yeah, right. So, how did growing up in Oakland shape your music, and just you as a person?
I always feel like nobody understands me unless you're like from there.
From the Bay, right? Yeah, the Bay is
Outside of you. But I think musically, at the time that I was like starting to make my own music, the HYPHEN movement was like blowing up globally.
Right.
So that was a really exciting time, and I made a couple HYPHEN songs that, if you know, you know. I'm still proud of those songs, but I that was like me exploring my like writing really for the first time, booking my own sessions and like working with producers and stuff for the first time. And I think from there, I don't know, the Bay just has like this turned up spirit and this like really genuine, authentic spirit, and our lingo is very specific. If you don't get it, you just, oh well. But I think just like that confidence in like who you are, and that originality of the Bay Area has always stuck with me.
Yeah. Are there any people, whether they be musicians or just, people that came in contact with your life that, I guess, put that bug in your back to pursue music or just being creative?
The first person that came to mind is my music teacher from Oakland School for the Arts. Shout out Kava Menzies.
Ado.
I definitely wanted to be a lot like her when I was younger. I like taught myself piano because I thought she was so incredible on the piano, and her songwriting skills always inspired me. She definitely inspired me. I would say, I already mentioned my mom, my aunts, my cousin Neiman.
Right.
And then like people I know personally or just in general?
Just in general, even if it's like, so somebody that I draw a lot of inspiration from Oakland is like Tony, Raphael Sadiq.
Yeah. Definitely Tony. But I feel like most of my like musical inspirations are outside of Oakland. Mm-hmm. I mean, I also got to mention Guapole. But yes, but most of my musical inspirations are outside of Oakland, outside of the Bay.
I think that might be the case for most people. Mm-hmm. It's like usually your hometown folks, unless they, blow up extremely big, it's like there's an admiration there, but it's the imprint is less than when it's somebody that looks entirely different from you.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think more so like people from my hometown is more of like inspiration, like, oh, they did it, I could do it too. Mm-hmm. And also like they did it and they kept like these little elements that remind me of home. So it's like a communal thing that feels like pride. Mm-hmm. But in terms of like shaping my creativity and all that kind of stuff, it's like, you know who the people are.
Yeah. Okay, so you just put out the Elements EP. Mm-hmm. The rollout for this and branding for this was entirely different than anything you've ever done.
Yeah.
So just, bring us into that process of deciding on the name, deciding on the visuals, linking up with Vanessa.
Shout out Vanessa.
Shout out.
So for Elements, I have been writing and recording a lot of songs throughout the pandemic. And I had landed on 5 songs out of the lot that I really, really felt good about, proud of, and wanted to see out in the world. And I felt like they all had a slightly different vibe. And then I was just like thinking on like how like can I switch them out for a different thing so it's a little more cohesive? And then I was like, no, like I gotta stick to these songs, but how can I put them together in a way that like tells a story and makes sense? And that's where Elements came about because I felt like all of the songs, it was 4 songs initially. Each of those songs had like a different spirit that to me embodied the 4 elements.
Right.
And then from there, I told you about my idea. Like I was driving and I got that idea, came home and you were like, oh, that's such a great idea. And you wrote the intro.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
The Elements intro. So that's what made it 5. And then I have just been on like a mental health personal journey, and I have been getting closer to like nature and staying calm and keeping my spirit, just more even keel and peaceful. So that kind of naturally went into the elements and the natural aesthetic of the EP. And then I reached out to our friend Sebastian to do the cover art because he'd been doing a lot of really amazing 3D motion graphics and stuff. And I sent him like a mood board and we kind of built out the art from there. And then everything else it just fell into place with all the videos and trailers that we did for each song with Vanessa, the videos that we're still doing. It just feels more in tune with like where I am right now. Like I want to be at a park. I want to be at the beach. I want to be in nature and just like be inspired by what God created.
What creations of God inspire you right now?
My family. Definitely my family. Yes. Shout out Ollie. And always the ocean and the beach. Like forever. If I'm like, my mind is spiraling or like I'm just in a funk, if I go there, I feel so grounded and I'm reminded that I'm one little speck in this big world, and that feels really nice. I miss doing hikes, going to the park, like I said. Yeah, just seeing flowers. If I see a butterfly, it's like I saw Beyonce or something. It's like, oh my God, a butterfly. It like makes my day. But yeah.
Dope. All right, so let's do a tea break.
All right.
We're back with some more standstill tea. This time we have a 15-year age Lao Cha. I'm gonna just say it's Lao Cha. Anyway.
Love standstill tea.
Let's see how this tastes. There you go.
Thank you.
Oh, a little drip. There you go. Cheers.
Cheers.
Tasty.
Yes, I love caffeine.
There you go. What's more?
Yeah, up for it.
All right. There you go. So, with Elements and this new visual turn, I also saw your kind of creative process evolve. With this project, it felt more like you were the creative director and you were like, okay, this piece. And one of the things that I really love about your process is you storyboard, the videos, and you're not an animator. I don't know where you pulled this from, but I'm sitting there and I'm looking at you. I'm like, oh man, she's like really mapping this out, drawing, herself, drawing the scenery, And it's just really dope to see it come from thought to sketch to execution. Where did you get that from?
I've never heard you say that before, and I never even thought about that. But ever since I can remember, like especially being at OSA in high school, I've always been very into like fashion and fashion magazines alongside with music. So I would like sketch clothes. I would like, if my birthday was coming up, I would sketch out the whole outfit that I wanted to wear on my birthday. I would sketch out my Christmas list. Like I was just always a very visually imaginative person.
I know about the Christmas list. I got about 3 different versions already.
I would sketch out what my birthday party would look like. Like I'm party planning at like 15. But like I just always been very imaginative and very excited about things. So that's just been a part of like how I get my ideas out for like high school as early as I can remember.
Right.
And then when I started Hella Looks with Melissa and Jess and Joy and all of them, that kind of really took its form and shape and like learning how to concept things by collaborating with them and bringing something from an idea to a sketch to life. That gave me kind of that structure. And just also like working in marketing as well. But yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I have ideas and I have to write them or move toward them. Like if I don't do it, I can't sleep.
Right. So it kind of grew out of just like not necessarily necessity, but like a comfort to just so you have like a vision.
Yeah, it's like a starting
vision.
point.
Yeah. So,
like a map. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so we'll get to the personal stuff right now.
Okay.
You're a new wife. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
So you're a wife and you're a mother now. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
How has that changed your outlook and just process with music?
My outlook, I think it's inspired me. It showed me that music is a very important thing to me.
Right.
Because as someone, when you get more responsibility in life, you have less time for as much as you would have had before. But music stays.
Right.
It stays on my mind, stays in my heart. So it's taught me that, hey, you really do love this and you're not going to give it up. And it's just taught me to be more thoughtful and intentional with everything that I do and more present.
Right.
So I'm like working on that. Yeah, I think that's what it's taught me.
Awesome. So now we're moving out away from Elements. What is next for you musically?
I'm gonna have some more visuals coming up. I would love to do more performances, which is why I'm very excited about Sounds Good. And honestly, I think I'm gonna take my time creating more music. I already have some songs like started, and I just wanna dedicate time, energy, mental space to seeing that through and seeing what it grows into.
Dope. Okay. And I'm sure I'll be involved.
Yes.
So new music from us coming soon.
New music from us.
Sounds Good, August 16th. Zaya, downtown LA. What can the people expect from your performance?
They can expect an experience. It'll be an experience for me and for them. It'll be fun. It'll be heartfelt. And I hope it'll inspire them to move and to feel like a breath of fresh air. Honestly, that's what I always want people to feel like when they listen to and see me perform. Yes.
Well, thank you for sitting with me.
Yeah.
Very excited for your performance. I think everything is gonna be really dope. I think this lineup this time around is really good, really cohesive. We're in a new space, bigger space, and I think it's all gonna come together nicely.
It
And
is.
I'm really excited. Really excited about this. Really excited about this journey.
Me too.
Thank you guys for watching. This is Sounds Good TV. Again, I'm HYPHEN, Neijah, Lanae. And we'll see you guys at Zaya downtown LA for the next Sounds Good.